record then. Good afternoon. This is January 18th, 2024 in Kearny County District Court, case 2023 CR 31, State of Kansas versus Sky Castang. Would counsel state their appearances for the record?
May it please the court, Attorney Eloy Gallegos for the state of Kansas.
May it please the court, Clinton W. Floyd appears via Zoom on behalf of Sky Castang. She appears via Zoom as well, Judge, under the ID Zoom user.
Very well. Ms. Castang, can you hear and understand me?
Yes, I can.
Very well. All right. Well, if we have an agreement, who would like to tell the court what we're doing?
Go for it, Mr. Floyd.
Okay. Judge, this is going to be a no contest plea to counts 1 and 2. A dismissal to count 3. Parties agree to lift the no contact order with the co-defendant / victim. Defendant will be placed on 12 months of supervised probation. And the only thing we didn't put in our terms is the underlying jail sentence that's outstanding should she fail probation. But probation is for 12 months court services, eligible for her to transfer that to Sedgwick County where she lives. And she's also eligible for early release at 6 months. Court costs of $158 and then standard fines for counts 1 and 2. Probation fee of $60. Those are all the terms that we had. Like I said, the only thing we were missing was attorney fees if that needed to be ordered, Judge, and then the underlying jail sentence term.
All right. Do you two want?
I'm asking for a year, Your Honor. Everything will great.
Do either of you discuss what the
I don't mind if they run concurrent, Your
fines would be?
Honor.
We just said standard, so we didn't, and I'm willing to follow either your order, Judge, or the recommendation from the state. Kind of non-normal, at least in count 1, don't see that charge a whole lot, Judge, unlawful request for emergency assistance. So
Up to 250, but I don't mind just having a $200 fine on each of them.
and I think that's fair, Judge.
Very well. I'm making the Ms. Castang, did you hear what your attorney and the county attorney advised the court was the agreement?
Yes, I did.
Is it in line with what you and your attorney discussed and what you agreed to?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. Are you under the influence of any medications or have any stressors in your life that would make you unable to render good decisions today?
No.
Right, and we've already discussed your hearing and understanding me.
Yes.
All right, has anyone threatened you to enter into an agreement today?
No.
With the exception of one count being dismissed, has anyone promised you anything in exchange for entering into this agreement?
No.
Are you entering into this agreement freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
All right, then. What I will ask you is, as to count 1 of the complaint, transmit, communicate false information to request emergency service assistance in violation of Kansas statute 21-6207 AB1. How do you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Is that the agreed upon?
But that's fine, Judge.
Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. And as to count 2, interference with law enforcement, falsely report a crime intending action or information in violation of 21-5904 A1 AB1, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Very well.
May And I'll agree to a factual, Your Honor.
As I as well judge based on the complaint affidavit filed.
Very well. Then based on council's agreeing with the factual, the court will find you guilty of both counts. Mr. Gallegos, your recommendation on count 3?
The state is gonna be dismissing count 3, according to our plea agreement, Your Honor.
Very well. Either counsel or both counsel, is there any reason why we shouldn't proceed to sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
No, Judge.
Castaigne, are you ready to proceed to sentencing?
Yes.
Prior to sentencing, I'll give you the opportunity to address the court. Do you have anything to say that you think the court should know prior to pronouncing sentence?
No.
Very well. Then based on your 2 guilty pleas, the court will follow the agreement that you've entered with the state. First, the no contact with the victim or witness order is lifted. Court will sentence you to 1 year in the Kearny County Jail on each count, suspended and concurrent. And by suspended, Ms. Castaigne, that means that you do not have to serve that if you complete your probation and follow the remainder of the agreement. You understand?
Yes.
But 12 months is out there if there's a problem, okay?
Got it.
So the remainder of the agreement is you'll be on 12 months supervised probation with court services, eligible for transfer at court services discretion. You'll also be eligible for early release if you meet certain criteria that will be outlined with your court services officer. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You'll be ordered to pay a $200 fine for each count for a total of $400 in fines, court costs of $158, and probation fees of $60. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
As a result of this agreement and the sentencing, you do have certain rights to appeal. If there's anything you feel you need to appeal, you have 14 days to do so. That appeal needs to be in writing and filed with the clerk of the district court within 14 days. If 14 days passes and you have not filed an appeal, you've waived your right to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And finally, you have the right to seek an expungement on these convictions at a future date. An expungement is a court filing which can remove these convictions from your record almost as if they never happened. Information on expungements can be found at the Kansas Judicial Council website, and there are varying factors, including time requirements and other requirements that you must meet before being eligible for the expungement. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions about anything that I've covered?
No.
Mr. Gallegos, is there anything else that we need to get on the record?
Check in within 48 hours to court services, Your Honor.
That is, we do need to address that. Ms. Castaigne, where are you currently located?
Wichita, Kansas.
Do you have a way, I have a court services check-in sheet that I'm supposed to hand a defendant when they are sentenced. I need to figure out how to get that to you, and then we need to figure out if she'll need.
I've got an email address, Judge. If I could just get that sent to my email, I'll forward it on to Ms. Castaigne, and maybe, does it give us a timeline on that? Is it 48 hours?
I just put 48 hours, but
Actually,
Yeah.
I have a notice to report that I have to give each individual, and it basically states where they are to report and that they shall report before 4 p.m. on a specific date. It doesn't say, I would say 48 hours is a little close for someone who's in Wichita, because
I would
think
say by next Friday in case they make her come in person.
okay.
It'll be the 26th, is that right? Yeah. But if that can just be emailed to me, Judge, I'll get it to Ms. Castaigne.
All right.
For the record, Ms. Castaigne, do you agree to have that report sent to your attorney that will then send it to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Very well. And what it is, ma'am, is a notice of requirement to report. It has where you need, who you need to contact, the address and so forth, as well as information for the court services officer in case they do not have a journal entry ahead of time, okay?
Okay.
All right, with that said, anything further, Mr. Gagos, that you can think of we need to get on the record?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Floyd, same question.
No, Judge, much appreciated.
Well, Ms. Castang, one final, question for you. Anything I need to go over with? Anything you're unclear on?
No.
Very well. If nothing further from either council, we are adjourned as to this matter. Appearances.
Thank you, Judge.
Your Honor.
And it's still the skylunar4@gmail.
Yes.
Perfect.
I will fill this out right now and we will get it to you, Mr. Floyd.
I
Thank
already
you,
have
Judge.
journal entry semi-drafted. I'll get it to you here soon as well.
Okay, I will review and sign when I see it. Thank you both.
I believe if, Mr. Floyd, I think your day is done. Mr. Gallegos are your and my days
I
done?
think we are.
Right.
Heck, the way
Sky,
that-
you're good to go.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
We are going to call it a day then. Thank you all for your appearances.
Thank you. See you guys.